Hey there, and welcome. So, are you someone who's just fascinated by the living world? From the tiniest little microbe to these massive, sprawling ecosystems? Well, you're about to see how that passion can actually become your profession. Today, we're going to unlock some of the most incredible career paths that a love for biology can open up. Have you ever found yourself just looking at a forest or a cool animal, or even thinking about how the human body works and just been like, wow, I want to be a part of that? Well, guess what? You totally can. In this explainer, we're going to map out 8 different fields in biology and check out the exciting real-world jobs they lead to. Okay, so biology is huge. It's a massive world. So to make sense of it, we've broken it down into 8 key paths. For each one, we'll see what it's all about and, more importantly, what kind of job you could land. So let's get started. First up, let's talk about the living world we can actually see and touch. We'll start with botany. That's the study of plants. This path could turn you into a botanist, maybe trekking through the Amazon looking for new medicinal plants. Or you could become an agricultural officer, making sure our food supply is safe and sustainable. Then, of course, you've got zoology, the study of animals. This is how you become a zoologist, working right there on the front lines of conservation, or maybe a park ranger, basically a guardian for our most beautiful natural spaces. All right, now let's zoom way, way in. From the world around us to the world inside us. We're talking about the very building blocks of life itself. In genetics, you could be a geneticist, helping to unlock the secrets behind inherited diseases, or a lab technician, running those super important tests that help doctors make decisions. And in the really cutting-edge field of biotechnology, you could be a genetic engineer or a biomedical scientist, literally helping to design the future of medicine. Pretty cool, right? Now let's zoom back out and look at how whole systems work. First, we have ecology, which is all about how living things interact with their environment. This path can lead you to become an environmentalist or an ecologist, the people tackling huge global challenges like climate change. Then we turn to maybe the most complex system of all, the human body. And that's anatomy. This is the field that gives us life-saving surgeons who perform these incredibly delicate operations, and physiotherapists who help people get back on their feet and moving again. And finally, let's dive into a couple of really amazing specialties. Microbiology explores that invisible world of microorganisms, bacteria, viruses, all that stuff. This is so crucial for microbiologists who track how new diseases spread and for pathologists who diagnose them in the lab. And then there's entomology, the study of insects. I know, right? From a research entomologist figuring out why bee colonies are collapsing to a pest control expert protecting our homes, this field has a massive impact on our daily lives. Okay, wow, we've covered a lot of ground. So now let's do a quick, fun little check-in to see if it's all clicking. I'm going to throw out a few questions just to connect these jobs back to their fields. You ready? All right, first one. If your job is all about helping people heal and move, whether you're in an operating room or a clinic, you're working with the structure of the human body. So what field would that be? That's right, it's anatomy. Awesome if you got that one. It's all about understanding how the body is built and how it works. Okay, question number 2. Picture this. You're out in a national park, you're protecting wildlife, you're managing the land. Your main focus is the animal kingdom. Which field does that point to? Exactly, zoology. It is the perfect field for anyone who loves animals and wants to make a career out of protecting all the amazing creatures on our planet. And for our last one, think about working in a lab, manipulating genes to create new medicines or maybe disease-resistant crops. This is some serious high-tech stuff. What's the field? You got it. Biotechnology. This is a perfect example of how we use what we know about genetics to solve huge real-world problems. Great job connecting those dots. So here's the really important part. A single interest, biology, can branch out into so many different, incredible professions. Let's just take one final look at this whole map we've just laid out. Just look at the variety here. I mean, you can go from studying the smallest microbes in microbiology to managing huge ecosystems in ecology. You can be designing the future of medicine in biotechnology or understanding the ancient world of plants in botany. Seriously, whether you picture yourself in a lab coat, a pair of hiking boots, or surgical scrubs, there's a place for you. If there's one thing I want you to take away from all this, it's that your curiosity, your passion, it's not just a hobby. It's the foundation for a really meaningful and important career. That little spark of interest you feel, that's your starting line. So, we've laid out the map. We've shown you 8 major territories you can explore. The only question left is, where are you going to plant your flag? Where will your journey into the amazing world of biology begin?